technically a race car, even though it is street legal. So I got to be that guy with the 5-point harness on in the street car. All right. This is the car's handler. He will not be talking like Noah was for the last car, but thank you for riding along.
Yeah, no problem.
So this is, what year is this again?
It's a 99.
So this is Heidts Pro G IRS equipped 1999 Chevrolet Camaro, the heartbeat of America. In this case though, the heartbeat has been swapped out. Well, I just stalled it. Let's try that again. In this case, I'm gonna leave that in, you know? Why not? In this case, the heartbeat has been swapped out for whatever engine was under there in the beginning, which I'm assuming was some manner of 350. And there's an LSX under there making 525 horsepower, but that is not what this car is all about, not the engine. It is about the suspension. Heidts is a suspension company. But real quick, we'll get to the engine is backed up by a Tremec 6-speed. There's a twin disc clutch and there's an aluminum drive shaft, which is actually the reason why I stalled it, not because of my driving skills or lack thereof. So, underneath, totally transformed. There is a full independent rear suspension setup out back. Sway bars. I'm going to put up all the information on the suspension so you know what I'm actually talking about. I'm going to tell you how it feels to drive it though right now. The engine noise is fantastic. The exhaust is awesome. This car is fast. And it's a 99 Camaro, so it should be a floppy fish with an interior made from GM grade trash bags. The interior is stock, but it's actually better than I remember from the era. But the driving experience is not stock GM at all. It corners very flatly, very comfortably, and you can hustle this thing around. Now, part of what is helping that suspension is the fact that Heidts went out and said, we're gonna race this ourselves, so let's stuff massive wheels at each corner. You know how you can get a new GT350 Performance Pack 2 with 305s all the way around? There's a Camaro that comes with 305s all the way around, and those are wide-ass tires. This has 315s all the way around, which is enough to make Hellcat and Viper owners go, oh, well shit, that sounds better than what I got. And it is. In addition to all the go fast and turn well bits this has, Willwood brakes, this is fully upgraded for racing, autocrossing and road racing. Hence this half cage with the long door bar protection, the small NRG wheel, and this awesome Corbeau bucket seat, which is tremendously comfortable. The clutch pickup is immediate. You know exactly where it's at. You can heel toe downshift. Usually we would destroy that Porsche that just went by us. Destroy him. It wouldn't even be funny. His fancy little hat would fly off and his Carrera sunglasses would crumple in shame that he just got beat up by a late 90s Camaro. I've never driven one of these older Camaros. I've expressed my disdain for Camaros in the past on this channel, even though I fully admit that the 6th gen Camaro is excellent. That chassis is fantastic. I'd like to drive a stock one to see how it compares to this, but I'm sure it doesn't compare at all because 525 horsepower back when this car was born was unheard of. It was the realm of like Group C race cars. Now you can get it 200 more in a Dodge sedan. But the Dodge sedan doesn't handle like this car does. 315s at all four corners is absolutely absurd, and the noise this makes, it just adds to the experience. As does that Tremec gearbox. So we recently drove the Classic Car Studios awesome 86 Chevy Silverado, and that thing was great, but if you really dive into how much work they put into it, and Noah Alexander, the builder, fully admits, they threw about $100,000 worth of parts at it. I mean, the wheels alone are like $10,000. This is the antithesis of that build, not just because it's a truck. I understand the different vehicles, but in a cost to enjoyment comparison. Yes, the LS would be expensive, the suspension is expensive, but it is by no means nearly as expensive as what was done to that truck. You can pull off this build for far less than you could mimic what Noah and his team did for that build. And again, that truck is to show what Classic Car Studio can do on a complete vehicle level. This is to show what Heidts can do on a suspension level, and it is to be able to turn what I always assumed to be, you know, just yeah, I always liked Mustangs more than the Camaros from this era. I might have been wrong, and it's Heidts that's showing me the way. Is hilariously fast, and the engine and the noise adds to it, but you don't have to worry that you're in, oh shit, I'm in a 90s Camaro, I'm gonna die. You're not. The suspension has you sorted, the Willwood brakes have you sorted, and again, I can't stress this enough, those 315s have you delightfully sorted. I was gonna wear a short sleeve, like a ripped sleeve shirt for this.